Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. This is Small Town 6 and my name is Tiffany. Today is a really fun video. I am collabing with my friend Tamara over here on YouTube. And her channel is Southern Wife Everyday Life. We have done this before, but today is going to be even more fun. We've decided to do something that involves the kids because she's got a little boy named Winston and I have 4 kiddos if you haven't seen my videos before, if you're coming from Tamara's channel. So my kids range in ages of 15, 11, 7, and 5. I've got 2 of each, 2 boys, 2 girls. So I was going to have all the kids help me at once, but that's going to be chaos. So I'm going to divide this up. I'm going to let like a different kid help me each day. We'll see if the teenager wants to help. He might not want to be in the video, but we'll see what happens. So I've just come up with some super duper easy recipes, something different. My mother-in-law dropped off a cookbook this week that was some easy dinners from Gooseberry Patch. So I'm going to try those and make it as simple as possible so the kids can help me. Of course, I'm not going to have them chopping the onions. I'm not going to have them chopping stuff like that. I'm going to let them add the foods in. Tamara's going to have a video that is kid-friendly recipes or with Winston in it. And it'll be super fun. Just something that anybody can eat that the kids are helping out with. Because it was requested that I put my kids into another video because they like watching the kiddos on the screen. Plus, little Lainey loves to be in the screen, if you haven't noticed that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. Don't mind what I have on. We just got back from the gym and I look a little crazy and dishes are everywhere and it's chaos in here. But Tanner is going to be the one helping me tonight. So we are going to make something super duper simple out of the cookbook. We're going to make skillet macaroni and beef. And it will just all be on the stove tonight. All we need is 1.5 pounds of ground beef. But you know me, I'm going to sneak the ground turkey in because that's what I prefer. 2 cups of elbow macaroni uncooked. 1/2 cup of onion, cut up, minced, whatever. 1/2 cup of green pepper chopped up. 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. A cup of water. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And that is it, guys. Basically, all we're going to do is brown the meat. And then we're going to put the onion in and put the green pepper in. And then just cook all that until it's soft and cooked together and the meat is no longer pink. And then we'll add the remaining ingredients. And really, this will only have to cook for about 25 minutes. And this is just an all-in-one, super easy weeknight dinner that your kids can help you cook if you want them to. So let's get started. And so here's my little helper. He's going to help me get the stuff out. And then I'm going to go ahead and start browning the meat. And we'll put that in the pan. I will be chopping the onion. You know I don't share that on screen because my eyes water like crazy. Even when I put bread in my mouth or crackers or whatever, my eyes are so sensitive. So I will already have that chopped up. And he will get to add the ingredients. Okay, so the recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of ground beef, but I'm not going to save a little 1/2 pound. I'm just going to put both of these in. This is what I'm using, ground turkey. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to let him put those in the pan and we'll start browning that. let that cook for about 22 minutes, 25 minutes on the stove with the lid on. Okay, so also gonna pair this with some cheese biscuits out of Pioneer Woman's cookbook, which is super easy. It's got 4 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a 1/2 cup of butter, 1.5 cups of milk, 1/2 cup of oil, 2 large eggs, and 2.5 cups of cheddar cheese. So you're supposed to place the dry ingredients together first, then cut in the butter, use one of those cutter tools to like put it in there. I'm not gonna go through all that. I'm gonna just add the dry ingredients, mix them together with the butter, and then I'm gonna add the wet ingredients into the dry and the cheese, and then just pop them in the oven because that makes life simpler, and that's just the way I roll. So it should make about 24 biscuits. It takes 22 minutes in the oven at 375. So I will also link the ingredients down below if you guys want to make them. I just thought I'd share that. Okay, 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon baking powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup, or it would basically be a stick of butter. And then after we mix those dry ingredients, going to add 1.5 cups of milk, 1/2 cup of oil, 2 eggs that are beaten, and then we will add in the cheese. And then we are going to pop those into a muffin tin. Tonight is a super duper easy dinner. Lainey is going to help me make. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I'm making instant pot, like super sloppy joes. So I am just browning the ground turkey, 2 pounds of ground turkey. You could use beef if you want, but the recipe actually calls for ground turkey, and I like ground turkey better than ground beef. Now my family would disagree with that, but that's what I'm using. 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna put the onion in. I'm just getting this going, and then Lainey will help insert the rest of the ingredients. But go ahead and chop the onion up, mixing that in with the ground beef, ground turkey. You can use your Instant Pot and saute it and do all that, but a lot of times I find the problem is that it sticks to the bottom of my Instant Pot. Then I've got to scrape all that off and wash it and all that. So I'd rather just use a separate pan and just get this all prepped out, because it takes very little time to cook it in the Instant Pot. So, easy weeknight dinner. We're making sloppy joes. I've got some buns in the freezer I'm going to get out. And I'm going to just broil them with a little bit of butter on top. It takes no time. If you guys needed that little hack, you can freeze buns because we had lots of extra from a long time ago. And then I'll just pull those out, put them in the oven, unbroil. You just got to watch it. It's easier to do low broil so it doesn't burn as fast. So I'm also going to need to add in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Already got the onions. And then the other ingredients you need tonight are going to need a 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. Got that. A tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. If I said that correct again. A tablespoon of soy sauce, but I'm using, I bought these overpriced coconut aminos for a recipe one day. Basically tastes the same as soy sauce, just healthier, I guess. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of ketchup, a 1/2 cup of, it says chili sauce. I don't have chili sauce. So this is kind of like a chipotle Tabasco. I'm debating using this. I may just omit the chili sauce out of this altogether. Tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, but I will probably just use mustard because well, I don't have Dijon. A tablespoon of tomato paste, so I've got this, and then a 1/4 cup of water. So all I'm going to do is brown the meat with the onion and the garlic until there's no longer any more pink. In a separate bowl, I'm going to mix the tomato sauce, ketchup, chili sauce, tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, brown sugar, and mustard together. And then we're just going to combine it all in the Instant Pot and basically cook it for 8 minutes. But Lainey is my little helper tonight, helping me cook dinner, so she will be adding all this together. Okay, so now we're going to put the lid on this. We're going to cook it on high pressure, which is just the pressure cook button, for 8 minutes. And then we're going to, once it's done doing that, we're going to let it naturally release for 10 minutes. And then we will undo the vent and serve it on buns that we're going to broil in the oven, and serve it with some fries and a vegetable. Okay, so there is the Instant Pot sloppy toast. Like that, and toasted the bun. So I just toasted the buns. Usually I broil them for about 5 minutes on low, but I just went ahead and put them in at 425 because I was cooking the fries. Put some fried okra in there, or actually baked okra. Just a little tiny drizzle of olive oil on top, very lightly. And the fries are almost done. So easy, super yummy, easy, no mess, no fuss, budget-friendly dinner. Again, and Lainey helped me make it. Okay guys, tonight is another easy meal. I just like to do simple meals for you guys because it makes life simpler. So as always, slow cooker liners. Got these at Aldi's for like $1.49. They are lifesaver, so you don't have to do cleanup. I just put that in the bottom of my crock pot, The only thing that sucks about the Pioneer Woman, I get lots of compliments on it, is it has no timer. So I really need to get one with a timer. This is fine if you can keep track of stuff, but if you're on if you're gone and need to know how long it needs to cook for, this one is not a good option. I don't know why there's no timer, but anyway, I'll just keep track of my own time. So my helper today is going to be Emily. Emily's going to be helping me. Say hey, Em.
Hi.
She's going to be my little helper because you know I had to separate all the kids for helping because it's too much chaos. But tonight we are just making chicken fajita soup. I don't know if I've shared this before. Maybe in an Instant Pot recipe similar to it. This is a little bit different. This is out of that Trim Healthy Table cookbook. But I make it different variations of this. It's a family favorite. So tonight all we need is 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. I don't know if that's over the amount. I'm just using that much because we have 6 people. Need 2 quarts of chicken broth. I always keep this on hand every time I go to the store. 1 10-ounce Rotel. So I think of Rotel tomatoes. I think of diced tomatoes. It says fire roasted, but I'm just going to use those because if it gets too hot, my kids can't eat it. This is different. Usually I just chop up my own vegetables, but it said a bag of seasoning blend. You need cream cheese or the light and stuff. You need onion powder, pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, and salt. And then it said for an extra kick, you could use chipotle sauce. So I have that on hand, shockingly. And then all we are going to do basically is Emily is going to take the chicken. After I put my liner in, we're going to lay the chicken on the bottom, and it can be frozen, obviously, because this is going to cook all day. And then we're just going to layer everything in here except for the cream cheese. And I don't have limes. Obviously, you could add limes like at the end. I'm just going to use lime juice. So all we're going to do is put all that in there, cook it on low for 6 hours, and when that is done, remove 1 cup of the broth, mix that with the cream cheese. We're going to blender, it says. And then stir it back into the crock pot. And then I'll shred the chicken, and then you can put like a squirt of lime juice or lime on it if you want to. So it's really, really good. We actually also serve this chicken fajita soup with cheese on top. That's not in the healthy part of the cookbook, but can't go wrong with putting some extra cheese on it. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Super simple. I will link the ingredients down below. Here we go. Also, if you want to do an Instant Pot, you can do this variation in the Instant Pot. All you'll do is cook it on high pressure for 25 minutes and then use natural release. But you will not put the cream cheese in or the lime juice. You'll just do that separate. So, just a little tip. I just wanted to use this because I know a lot of my viewers, a lot of people have said they don't have an Instant Pot, so I'm just going to use my crock pot today. And a lot of times I like the crock pot because it slow cooks all day. I don't know if that makes it more like comforting, but okay, just threw that in there.
Oh
Cook it on low for 6 hours.
Okay, so it is done cooking. It's been cooking for hours and hours and hours. And I actually already drained like 3 bowlfuls of liquid. I didn't even fill this with the amount that it requested. When I've made chicken fajita soup in the past, it's been a lot creamier than this recipe and a little different. I'll probably stick to the old recipe I usually use because this is a lot more wet. My kids like it to be a thicker base. So I've already drained, like I said, 3 bowlfuls of the sauce out, and it actually called for 2.5 quarts, which would have been 64 ounce. Well, actually, that would have been 2 of the boxes of the chicken broth plus a half of one. And that is a lot. My crock pot's not even going to hold all that with the chicken and everything in it. So I actually did almost 2, not even quite 2, and I've already drained some of that. So I'm going to try to thicken it up a little bit because, like I said, we like it thicker. So I've already taken the chicken breasts out and shredded them. I'm going to add something into this to give it a little bit more vegetable and to make it a little thicker. Got rice cauliflower. This is from Sam's Club. Really good deal if you go to Sam's for this. Otherwise, I'll make my own. And then it says to blend this with like a cup of the liquid, like blend it in a mixer. I'm going to skip that because I'm going to let this cook a little bit longer. That way the rice cauliflower cooks in. So I'm just going to cut this into little cubes and put it in with that because it'll melt where it's still so hot. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice, and then that will be that. And what we like to do with our chicken fajita soup, or most soups, because we love cheese, is top it with some cheese, some just shredded cheese. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Okay guys, so tonight is super duper easy dinner. It was supposed to be something completely different, but it was going to be Italian. My husband's not an Italian fan. Shocking. I love Italian. But anyway, so my son Gavin is going to help me cook tonight. And this is so easy. I like easy, simple meals because we're going to be gone this evening. So it's going to be crock pot buffalo chicken sandwiches. A lot of times I'll make this completely different, but this is, like I said, a super easy recipe. All you need is 16 ounces of, you can use the Frank's Red Hot sauce. I don't prefer to use that in recipes. We like this buffalo wing sauce by Sweet Baby Ray's. 2 tablespoons of butter, packet of ranch, 3 to 4 chicken breasts, obviously a crock pot. We could probably do this in the Instant Pot too because that's all convertible. And I am out of liners, so I'm upset about that. But so I'm going to spray this down really good and let Gavin put all this stuff in there. This is Gavin. He's my 15-year-old son. So basically all you're going to do is get the crock pot, spray it down, add the chicken, 4 chicken breasts, just 4, not all of them. So we have got this bottle. It's supposed to be 16 ounces. We're going to pour 22 ounces in because those chicken breasts are huge. So go ahead and pour the
How much do I pour?
Just go ahead and pour the whole thing.
The whole entire bottle?
Yep. Then, next you will add the ranch seasoning and just coat it over top of that. Just like that. And add 2 tablespoons of butter, which might put a little extra.
That's 2.
Just like that, and then it's just going to cook on low for 5 to 6 hours, or on high 3 to 4. We're going to do it on low because we got enough time to cook it. And that's easy. Then you can toast it up with some buns, or you can add it on a salad or on potatoes or whatever you want to do. Good job, Gavin. Okay, so dinner is done. We've let this slow cook most of the day. I've already shredded all of the chicken up. So We'll just serve this on, I gave the kids some rice. They can put it in a wrap, or we can serve it over the rice, some cheese, or on nachos or whatever. So I put some Instant Pot rice in there, which if you guys have seen a million times, you just cook it. I just put 3 cups in there with 3 cups of water. Equal ratio of water to rice, and then you cook it for about 8 minutes and let it slow release for 8 minutes. And that is it. Okay guys, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some super simple, easy dinner recipes. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my kids join into some of this. I try to keep the recipes really simple. That way it wasn't too elaborate in having the kids make different things. And also it makes for a much easier cleanup and much less time. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and hit the bell for notifications. That way every time I upload, it'll show you when I put a video out. And also, when you get done watching my video, go check out my friend Tamara's channel, Southern Wife Everyday Life. You will love it. If you are not already subscribed to her, go subscribe to her. Help her get to her birthday goal. Her birthday goal is to get 10,000 subscribers, and she is almost there. So let's help her get there. Go and give her some love over on her channel, because she's got fantastic recipes, and she is just the sweetest. And I will see you guys next time. I appreciate it. And I love each and every one of you guys that are taking the time to stop by and visit me on my channel. Bye.